one local badminton team battled for a state championship over the weekend, while conference finals and sectionals took center stage across multiple sports. Hello and welcome back to Naperville Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Joe Kennedy. It's become almost routine for a Naperville area school to contend for the badminton state title, and over the past decade, Neuqua Valley has been one of the teams to beat. This year, the Wildcats made the trip to DeKalb once again, chasing their first state crown since 2016.
DeKalb High School is the host of the IHSA State Badminton Meet for a third consecutive season. Heading into the Consolation Championships, third-place matches, and doubles and singles championships, Neuqua Valley is on top of the standings ahead of Stevenson, Fremd, and Glenbrook North. All 5 Naperville area schools finish inside the top 15, with Naperville North and Metea Valley tied for 9th. Neuqua Valley doubles team Luna Han and Kanyanat Bajwarat, the defending state champions, advanced to the state finals once again after defeating Katie Moy and Neveja Nair from Stevenson in the semifinals. The Wildcats faced the other Stevenson doubles duo, Anvi Harish and Charlotte Richards. Neuqua teammates Amber Shee and Catherine Yee picked up some key points for the Wildcats, advancing to the consolation quarterfinals to help Neuqua to the top of the standings. Han and Bajwarat gain the early edge after a lengthy rally that ends with a smash from Luna Han that splits the Patriots for a point. Stevenson rallies as Harish and Richards get back-to-back quick points, eventually winning the opening set 21-16. The Wildcats trail 17-10 in the second set, but the defending state champions are not going down without a fight. Richards has some nice returns on Han smashes and a drop shot, but Bajwarat flips a return back to the right to get the point. Neuqua on an 8-point run to take an 18-17 lead. Neuqua trails 22-21 facing match point, but once again the Cats battle in an attempt to force a third set. Neither team gives an inch until Han gets a backhand return before lining a shot down for the point, as we are once again tied 22-22. Stevenson leads 23-22 with the serve. Harish lobs one to the back. Han is unable to get her return back over, and Stevenson wins the doubles championship in 2 sets. Han and Bajwarat are the state runners-up. In the singles division, former Waubonsie Valley player Carissa Chen is back in the Consolation Championship, playing for IMSA against Yiling Lee from Fremd. Lee wins the first set, ending a point with a powerful smash to force the error. Chen comes back to win the second set, and with match point in set 3, Chen drops a perfectly placed return right on the line to win the 5th place medal in 3 sets. Chen becomes a 4-time All-State performer. The 3rd place match features Adeline Shum from Stevenson against Sophia Lin from Fremd. Lin gains an early advantage by putting a drop shot just over the net that Shum is unable to dig out. They split the first 2 sets and head to a set 3. Shum is able to hang on for a 21-16 victory to take the 3rd place medal, helping Stevenson move into 2nd place in the team standings. In the singles semifinals, Shum fell in 3 sets to Neuqua Valley freshman Ishi Reddy, while Lin was defeated by Neuqua senior Hannah George, meaning it's an all-Wildcat singles state championship match. The semifinal victories guarantee that Neuqua Valley will win the team state championship this year. The only drama remaining for head coach Nick Benson is seeing which of his players will become the first singles champion in program history. Hannah George has played in the state championship match before, finishing as the runner-up in 2023, and the veteran shows her poise in the first set, as well as a mastery of shot placement as the senior wins the first set 21-13. Trailing 17-14 in the second set, Reddy is not ready to roll over and hand the title to her teammate. A nice scoop to dig out a smash, followed by a line drive that kisses the line for the point. Reddy goes on a 7-1 run to win the second set 21-18. Set 3 goes back and forth with the state title on the line. Ready erases an early deficit once again and remains poised, eventually setting up match point with a 20-19 lead. Facing elimination, George gives it her all, unleashing a series of shots before flipping a return to the right corner and down for the point to tie things up at 20-20. After taking a 21-20 lead, George then hits a pair of returns out of bounds as Reddy once again has match point, leading 22-21. This time, George leaves her backhand a little short as it finds the net. Freshman Ishii Reddy is the 2025 state singles champion, the first for the Neuqua Valley program. Hannah George wins her 4th state medal and helps Neuqua Valley to the 3rd team state championship in school history. Fremd wins the 3rd place trophy with Stevenson in 2nd by just a half point. It's the first championship for Neuqua Valley since the Wildcats won back-to-back titles in 2015 and 2016, when Coach Benson's wife, Marie Valente, was the head coach of the program.
Naperville North hosted the boys and girls water polo sectionals, with both Husky teams looking to defend their sectional crowns. Let's see how the weekend unfolds with our DVC schools all in attendance. The Naperville North Huskies have won 3 straight sectionals, and this year they are attempting to do it as hosts. On the other side of the pool, Neuqua Valley looks to get an upset and avenge a 22-12 loss earlier this year. 4 minutes in, with an early 1-0 lead, the Huskies start to work it around and inside to Jack Reif, who scores to go up 2-0. Looking to get on the score sheet, Declan Puach flicks it to Mario Valente, whose point-blank shot is stopped by the arm of Caleb Usen. Neuqua stays scoreless. After a save late in the quarter, Usen sends it down the pool to Jack Boudman, and Boudman is free to get close, rises up and shoots, as his goal puts North ahead 3-0. The Husky offense starts to heat up as 2 quick passes set up Jack Reif, whose thunderous shot finds the net. 4-0 North, holding Neuqua scoreless in the first quarter. Down 6-0 in the second, Puach gets a quick steal and takes off on his own. They have a numbers advantage on the break, and the senior rises to fire home the first Wildcat goal. The Huskies didn't let off the gas at all. Here is Reif being hounded by 2 defenders, and he still finishes strong to make it 7-1 North. Here's a perfect pass to start the break. It lands right in front of Mason Hoffman, who hustles ahead to free himself up. He rises, pump fakes, and flicks it over for some style points. 9-1 North as they roar ahead. For Neuqua, Puach finds Milan O'Connor in front of the nets. He slings it off the post, and it doinks in. North leads 10-3. Here's Reif working around the side of the net. He passes it to Hoffman, who muscles in another shot. North leads 11-4. Already with a commanding lead in the second half, North takes possession again. Reif is right where he wants to be, and he scores. North takes it 19-9 without much struggle, and will play Wabanzi in the sectional final. We're at Naperville North's Aquatic Center for a sectional semifinal match featuring 2 DVC rivals. 2-seed Wabanzi Valley and 3-seed Naperville Central square off for a chance to play against Naperville North in the sectional finals. The Warriors defeated the Redhawks 7-6 in the regular season. In the early going, Julia Weber finds Kaylee Schiffer near the net, and she puts the Redhawks on the board. It's 1-0 after 3 minutes of play. Now in the second quarter, the Warriors are looking to answer. Melanie Maddyman passes to Reese Clavey on the right wing, and she tosses it over the goalie's outstretched arms. That one ties the game at 1-1 with 5 minutes left in the first half. Minutes later, Maddie Mallinger connects with Kaylee Schiffer near the goal, and she goes up high for another score. That gives Schiffer a hat trick, giving the Redhawks a 4-2 lead with 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. With a minute left in the half, Reese Clavey delivers a perfect pass to Kaylin Ball, and she tosses it into the back of the net. The Warriors close the gap to 4-3 with 1 minute left in the half. In the second half, Megan Tudding connects with Molly Moore, who gives a couple of pump fakes before firing it into the back of the net. That one extends the Naperville Central lead to 6-3. Moments later, Ball passes it ahead to Ruby Meyer, and she's all alone. She goes one-on-one with the goalie and wins the battle. It's now a 6-4 game with 4 minutes to play in the third. Ruby Meyer has a free shot at the goal against Eleni Nikoludis. She targets the top corner, but Nikoludis gets a hands on it to keep it out of the net. The big save preserves the Red Hawk lead at 6-4. With less than a minute left in the third, Tudding throws it to Julia Weber in front of the net, and she's able to ward off the Waubonsie defenders and score another goal for Central. That one gives the Red Hawks an 8-4 lead. Waubonsie Valley goes on to score 2 more goals in the fourth, but Central hangs on to win it 8-6. They advance to the sectional finals against Naperville North.
The Naperville North Boys Water Polo senior class has only known success at the sectional level. Winners of 3 straight, only Waubonsie Valley stand in their way of a 4th. In contrast, the Warriors are in the sectional final for the first time in a decade with a trip to state on the line. The Huskies wasted no time getting to work. The ball makes its way to Jack Reef in the middle, and the senior scores the opening goal. 1-0 North. North's offense continues to click as Jacob Pakasik finds Reef in the middle again, and it doesn't matter how many defenders are there, Reef scores again. 3-0 North. Still early on, Waubonsie are trying their luck on offense now. Yusuf Al-Touni shoots from the middle, but Caleb Ouston keeps the Warriors off the board with this save. Waubonsie go a man down here, and that frees up Pakasik for this shot to put North up 5-0. Jack Boudman had some key passes from this spot before in the game, but this time he goes right up in the goalie's face and he skips one end. North continue to roll up 6-0 in the second quarter. North looked to do more damage this time, but Lucas Adeli stops the goal and stops the bleeding. Rising out of the water, Ben Meyer finds the edge of the net for a Waubonsie goal. They now trail 6-2. Caden Sow and Pokasic play it back and forth before Pokasic fires a rocket into the back of the net. A tough one to save as North lead 8-2. After he's fouled on a shot attempt, Reef has just the goalie to beat, and he wastes no time scoring. 11-2 North at the half. Here's Mason Hoffman on a break. He sets up to the side of the net, and he quickly dishes to Pokasic, who has an empty half of the net to score on. Great team play puts North up big in the second half. Here is a Hail Mary pass from Usen to Hoffman again. This time he passes to Reef. Reef fakes all over before firing a shot into the left side. It's another goal for Reef, and North roll over Waubonsie 17-6 to secure a 4th sectional title in 4 years. They'll face Brother Rice in the state quarterfinal on Friday at Stevenson High.
Naperville North makes its yearly business trip to the girls' water polo sectional final as they search for that 9th sectional plaque. This marks the final home game for Hall of Fame head coach Andy McWhirter, who looks to go out with a bang against the Naperville Central squad that hasn't won a sectional title since 2017. Huskies waste no time because Rhea Vade lobs over to Ava Podkasic and fires in the first goal of the game. One goal is nice, but 2 are even better. Natalie Brown chases the loose ball, dribbles, and wins the one-on-one battle. Later on, Brown drive passes to Peyton Schreier, and what happens next? The skipper is the answer, and it's a 5-0 lead for the blue and orange. The Red Hawks need any score, but Rugi Stakavikius jumps out of the net and swims the rock out of harm's way for the save. Back to the Huskies' regular scheduled scoring as Podkasic sidearms into the right corner and North continues to open the floodgate. The second quarter is the same as the first. Kate Chahara finds Rhea Vade as she throws a laser right into your living room. It's all blue and orange since the first whistle, with Molly Deppis tallying up the goals. Claire Plackett scores the lone goal for the Redhawks, but it's Naperville North that emerges victorious 12-1, culminating in another sectional title. New Husky AD John Pereiro jumps in the water to celebrate with the team as the Huskies move on to the state series, where they'll face Fremd in the quarterfinals.
After the break, let's run over to the track and field DVC championship. Then we'll see how our local girls teams fare at sectionals.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
The import tariff is here, but at Fair Oaks Ford, we'll help you beat the tariff with a large selection of American-made in-stock vehicles right now. For a limited time, lock in pre-tariff pricing on select new Ford models and save thousands. From America, for America. And right now, we're offering employee pricing for all. You pay what we pay. Now that's what we call fair. Don't miss your chance to beat the tariff at Fair Oaks Ford in Naperville.
Waubonsie Valley welcomes the 6 DuPage Valley Conference schools to the Warrior Track for the DVC Outdoor Track and Field Championships. A hot and windy afternoon with a rolling start due to potential storms in the area. The wind plays tricks on the high jump athletes, blowing the bar over mid-jump on several occasions. Mattia Valley sophomore George Murphy makes the best of it, clearing 1.88 meters to set a new PR and finish in second place. Naperville North senior Edward Mumford is the DVC champ after clearing 1.93 meters, but his attempt at 1.98 just clips the bar. David Rowan and Ishmael Elliott from Waubonsie Valley and Ben Blank from Naperville Central round out the top 5 after they all clear 1.83 meters. The pole vault is also tough to manage with the whipping winds across the field. Only 3 vaulters are able to clear 3.86 meters. One of them is Naperville Central senior Brandon Kenny, who takes second place. Matthew Crane from Waubonsie takes third. The winner is Neuqua Valley freshman Connor Tran, who wins because he cleared the height on his first attempt. In the shot put, Waubonsie Valley senior Patrick Cassidy takes 5th place with a heave of 14.16 meters. Despite the graduation of former state champion Maverick Oley, Naperville Central takes the top 2 spots in both the shot put and discus. Tim Priesig is the runner-up in both events for the Redhawks. Taking home first place in both the discus and shot put is Central sophomore Ben Blank. His winning toss sails 16.40 meters, just under 54 feet. After his top 5 high jump performance, Blank shows off his athleticism just minutes after winning the throws. He then heads over to the triple jump pit and takes home 3rd with a leap of 13.22 meters. 4 top 5 finishes help Blank win the DVC Field Athlete of the Year. The triple jump champion is Neuqua Valley senior David Taiwo, who shows he's one of the best in the state with a new PR of 14.13 meters. Freshman teammate Bryson Pierre also sets a new PR at 13.22 meters. On to the track events where the 3,200 runners get off to a quick start after Naperville Central wins the 4x800 and Neuqua wins the 4x100 to start things off. Simon Reckamp from Naperville North and Ian French from Mattia Valley trail Manny Nahara from Naperville Central. Down the stretch, Nahara pulls away to hold off Reckamp, Aaron Hamilton from Neuqua Valley, and French to win at a shade over 10 minutes. Next up is the 110-meter hurdles. With the wind at their backs, the runners fly down the track, led by Cooper McGinnis from Neuqua Valley. He takes the win at a blazing 13.99, just ahead of Nico Gall and Edward Mumford from Naperville North, and Oliver Ross from Central, and Kevin Fundi from Mattia, who all set PRs. DeKalb sprinter Braylon Anderson dazzles in the 400 and the 100, winning both events. In the 400, he holds off Henry Faber from Mattia Valley, Avery Smith from Neuqua, and Jordan Rich from Waubonsie. doubling the distance with the 800 meters where Patrick Clune pulls away from the pack. Charlie Minot tries to keep pace, but he fades right at the end and is passed by Matthew Wick from Central and Nathan Tuminaro from DeKalb. Clune wins with a time of 2 minutes as the Redhawks move into first place in the team standings. In the last distance race of the night, another DeKalb Barb, Jacob Barraza, pulls away to win. Jackson Trudy from North and Jesse Godowskis from Nequa finished second and third, with Evan Wojciech from Waubonsie in fourth. Multiple lightning delays then clear the track as the runners head indoors to remain mentally and physically locked in before heading back out once the weather delay comes to an end. With the sun fully set and the storm clouds clear, the final two races get underway. Nequa Valley Jr. Daniel Robinson takes the early lead in the 200 meters, just ahead of impressive Naperville Central freshman Aaron Kennedy and fellow Wildcats Avery Smith and Jacob Kuchars. Robinson wins with a new PR of 22.02 seconds. Naperville Central still holds a 6-point lead over Nequa Valley heading into the final race, the 4x400 relay. At the first handoff, Naperville North holds a narrow lead with Central, Nequa, Waubonsie, and Mattia all in the hunt. At the final handoff, the Huskies are still in front by a slim margin with all 5 teams within striking distance. Justin Pagorsh, Nico Gall, and Jude Nechtel set up Naperville North anchor leg runner Edward Mumford as the Huskies take the win at 3 minutes 25.70 seconds. Nequa Valley narrowly edges Naperville Central for second place, but the Redhawks still finish with enough points to win their first outdoor DVC championship since 2019. Naperville Central wins the DVC Boys Track and Field Indoor and Outdoor Championships in the same season for just the second time in program history.
Girls track and field runs into postseason mode as 5 of our area schools lace up for the Downers Grove South 3A sectional. Nequa Valley comes in as the DVC champs, while Naperville Central soars in as the 2-time defending sectional champions. So let's get set for new times, PRs, and punch our tickets to Charleston. We begin with Husky Elise Hoffman on the high jump as she clears 5 feet and 1.75 inches. That's good enough for a 7th place finish and a trip to the state meet. In the long jump, Olivia Dawson flies into the sand for a leap of 5.50 meters and takes 4th place in the event and 8th in the triple jump. Up next is teammate Gabby Carvelis, who pumps up the number with the 2nd place spot in the long and triple jump. Carvelis and Dawson qualified for state in both jumping events. The Wildcats continue their strong start with Kamia Shapanik in the pole vault. She clears the pole and lands in 7th place, hitting the state qualifying mark at 10 feet and 6 inches. Teammate Sophia Cabre takes 4th as the two will represent the pole vault downstate. In the discus, Waubonsie's Kennedy Johnson hits the state mark with a throw of 35.81 meters. Johnson is heading to state for the first time after a 3rd place finish. Let's go racing as the 4x1 shows a flock of Red Wings, Red Hawks, Wildcats, Warriors, and Huskies. In the end, it's Naperville Central's group of Veronica Ingram, Adeline O'Neill, Kennedy Reed, and Maya Stoner who wins the first heat with a time of 48.72 seconds. They take 7th overall and move on to state. Up next is the longest race in the 3200. Downers Grove South's Nia Ortega jumps in front with Delilah Hellenhaus, Macy Ermitag, Liz Hall, Rihanna and Shania Tatum following closely behind. On the final stretch, Ermitag pulls away from everyone to win the 2-mile comfortably at 10 minutes and 44 seconds. Ortega, Hellenhaus, Hall, and the Tandons finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th respectively, all hitting the state qualifying time. To the 800, where Plainfield North's Lindsay Wenz leads the way as we hit the final lap. Emma Barris, Lola Saytree Morales, and Kira Janke keep their pace steady from behind. Saytree Morales turns on the afterburners, pulls away from the pack, and wins the race at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. We go to the 4x2 as Nequa's pack of Lillian Jaglin, Ava Bell, Dawson, and Carvelis cruise to a win in the first heat. Plainfield North takes first overall in the event. The Tigers receive additional support from Lauren D'Angelo, finishing in first place in the 400-meter dash. Naperville North's Megan Shajan comes in third, but that's good enough to secure her ticket to state and celebrate with teammates. Hurdles are on for the 300 meters. Hinsdale South's Kennedy Ruff edges out Bennett Academy's Gabby Brown by a second, but Brown's runner-up finish gives her the green light for state. In the mile, Plainfield North's Marley and Elise Ziarnowski go 1-2, while Wabanzi's Lily Buyback nabs the final qualifying spot after her fourth-place finish in the 1600. Plainfield North continues its strong sectional run as Taylor McLean wins the 200-meter dash. Nequa's Ava Bell makes the state cut, but at the end of the day, it's the Tigers of Plainfield North winning the girls' track and field sectional. Nequa Valley takes fourth, the highest finish for our area teams in the sectional, and onward we go to the state meet at Eastern Illinois.
It's sectional week for girls track and field as Rolling Meadows hosts multiple schools such as York, Proviso West, Wheaton North, Mattia Valley, and many more, with athletes looking for a chance to qualify for state and become sectional champions. After the first of many delays on the night due to some heat, wind, and lightning, several field events move indoors, including pole vaults. Up first is Glenbard West's Kendall Cullen, who qualifies for state on her vault attempt as she clears the bar with ease, finishing in second at 3.50 meters. Up next is Emerson Smith from Wheaton North. She also clears with ease and wins the event with a finishing score of 3.65 meters. Amaria Riggins from Mattia Valley looks for a chance to qualify for state as well, with her attempt at 3.20 meters. Riggins clears the bar and lands upright, earning an opportunity to compete at state as she celebrates with her teammates and coaches. After about a 5-hour lightning delay, we finally begin the track events around 9 o'clock, starting with the 4x800 relay, with both heats going on simultaneously to move things along. Midway through the relay, Glenbard West holds the lead, however York is just behind them looking to take first place. In the end, Glenbard West would hold on strong to win the event, finishing with a time of 9 minutes 21.14 seconds. Mattia Valley would finish in 7th place as York takes 2nd and Elk Grove Village 3rd. Later in the night, it's the 100-meter hurdles. It's a pretty close start until Proviso East Pirate Tori Robinson-Thomas pulls away for her second first-place victory of the sectional. In 2nd place is Wheaton North's Sophia Dalrymple, and in 3rd is Mattia Valley's Arena Hammonds, coming in with a time of 15.18 seconds, which is fast enough to make it to state. Later in the meet, the 400-meter sprinters take to the track as every athlete gives it their all as the clock ticks towards 11 p.m. However, it's Rolling Meadows' Hazel Nadal who takes first place on her home track with a time of 57.21 seconds. Mattia Valley Mustang Julia Hannon qualifies for state with a 6th place finish and a new PR of 59.31 seconds. We switch over to the 300-meter hurdles, and it's a similar result to the 100. Thomas gives the Pirates another victory in the hurdles and qualifies for state in a 4th event. Hammonds qualifies for state in her 2nd event by finishing 3rd, Dalrymple as the runner-up, as Wheaton North takes the lead in the team standing.
When we come back, we'll keep the postseason coverage rolling with a boys tennis DVC championship at Naperville Central. Then let's see who wins the DVC crown in girls soccer.
We live in a safe community, but not a crime-free community. If you see something, say something. Be a Naperville Crime Stopper.
Local news is your lifeline. Let the Daily Herald help you navigate your world with solid reporting, good advice, and a much-needed diversion or two.
We're at Naperville Central for the 2025 DuPage Valley Conference Tournament. Waubonsee Valley enters the weekend undefeated in regular season conference play at 5-0, leading the year-long standings with 32 points. Naperville North follows with 24 points, while Metea Valley and Neuqua Valley trail close behind with 22 and 20 points respectively. With the winds howling across Naperville, let's start with a two-doubles third-place matchup between Central's Audra Jothra Sriram and Isaac Liu, taking on Waubonsee's Krish Dave and Kavin Siva Punyam. Waubonsee serves in, and Sriram is quick to put Central on the board. A great down-the-line shot from the Red Hawk. Siva Punyam sneaks a shot off the nets, and Liu keeps it going for Central. However, the Warrior puts one into a good spot, forcing his opponent into the nets. Waubonsee takes set 1, 6-4. Both Warrior players do well to earn this match-clinching point, as the Red Hawks hit it out of bounds. Dubv takes set 2, 6-2. Moving over to the one-doubles third-place match between Naperville North's Arush Bardwaj and Aaron Yang against Metea Valley's Carter Donnelly and Royce Lalani. Donnelly starts with a perfect serve that paints the line and nearly knocks off the camera. What an ace from the Mustang. Lalani looks to close it out in the first set as he hammers it down for the winner. Metea takes it 6-2. The Huskies rally big here in the second set, as Yang steps in for a couple of hits at the nets. He hammers it down for a score. Bardwaj is the next Husky to pick up a point at the nets after he hits it down following the serve. North takes the second set 7-6, and we head to a tiebreaker to 10 points. North serves in, and Lalani puts a shot down the left alley for a big Mustang score. They win the tiebreaker 10-5. Let's get the singles action started, and first with a one-singles third-place match between Mustang Mihir Arya and Wildcat Sharia Kandari, who serves it in. The two exchange hits before Arya sends a leaning shot to the left and past the Wildcat. The Mustang takes set 1, 6-1. Kandari plays it low and short as he heads up to the net. The Wildcat sends down a missile for a score. The Mustang keeps it going here in the second set and applies some backspin for another tally. Arya wins the second set 6-3 for the third place crown. Let's get the final started and first show you a little of North's Yansen Liu taking on Waubonsee's Smayan Tile in two singles. The two go back and forth with a pretty long rally. Liu looks to make a move as his shot is out of reach for the Warrior. However, with the sun popping out, Tile closes the match with this point. The Warrior takes it 6-1, 6-2 for the two singles title. The one singles final is between North's Ritvik Korapati and Warrior Hector Diaz, who looks to cap off a perfect DVC season. Diaz serves, and with Korapati heading up the court, the Warrior sends it right past him for the point. Korapati responds with a very acrobatic hit that does touch the net and fall down for a point. Either way, it's a great effort from the Husky. Diaz's power and energy are just too much as he sends a nice backhand to the back line and forces his opponent into the net. Diaz takes it 6-1, 6-3 for the one singles title. The three doubles final is played on Saturday morning between North's Kush Shah and Joshua Un against Waubonsee's Arav Javeri and Arjun Yalamanti. The Warriors send it in, and Un sends it back before Shah takes over at the net for North. He guides one low for a nice point. Javeri serves for Metea, and that's the only hit they need for a score. A nice ace from the Mustang. North gets it over on the serve. In is the next to show off his skills up front, guiding down a nice volley for the point. The Huskies take the third doubles final 6-0, 6-3. We'll take a little look at the two doubles final between Neuqua's Jaden Chiao and Andy Yu, and North's duo of Noah Un and Ayush Putabecker. Un serve here earns the Husky a point. Chiao is ready for this serve as he sends it right down the doubles alley for a great return. Then the Wildcat wraps it up with a solid effort at the net for Neuqua. the Wildcats win the two doubles championship after a 6-4, 6-2 match. Let's close out the tournament with a one doubles final between Nikwa's Ricky Kim and Evan Yang facing off against Wabansi's Ishan Suresh Kumar and Revanth Kothapalli. The first set is intense as the two warriors work together on the serve, with Suresh Kumar smacking it to the left. On the very next serve, Yang notices what just happened and sends it right between the warriors for the response. Moments later, Kothapalli puts in a powerful serve that gets past Nikwa for an ace. Off a serve, Kim moves just before the ball is hit, and it sets up a perfect shot for the Wildcat. His return goes over the Warriors, and Nikwa takes set 1, 6-5. Kothapalli serves, and here goes Suresh Kumar once again to the net. He hits it pure for a point. Wabansi takes set 2, 6-2, and we head to a deciding set. Kim serves it in, and the two Warriors head up front for some net play, and Suresh Kumar shows off a great touch for a score. The Warriors pull away in the final two sets, taking the third 6-1 and claiming the one doubles DVC title. It also marks a historic moment for Wabansi as the Warriors capture their first ever DVC championship and their first conference title in over 15 years. In the final season-long standings, Wabansi finishes 8 points ahead of North, with Nikwa, Matia, and Central rounding out the top 5.
Matia Valley takes its home turf searching for positive vibes after starting the month of May with the 1-2 record. The next challenge features DVC rival Naperville North in a battle between two teams coming off losses to Naperville Central. Matia is on the attack early with Chloe Birch displaying a cross kick, but Husky goalie Olivia Oshner dives on the ball for the save to stop the attack. North with an Emily Busher free kick, hoping to strike first. However, incoming is a swarm of black jerseys who activate lockdown mode, and Daniela Tomasini kicks it way out of the danger zone. Can the Mustangs find the net this time around? Oshner has the answer, and it's no way, Jose. Zeros remain on the scoreboard as we head to intermission. The second half looks promising if you're a Mustang fan, because Olivia Hernandez finds Lily Sinise and takes a left-footed strike from outside the box, which bounces off the goalie's glove and in for the goal. That's one way to make it 1-0 in Matia's favor. The defense stays in check as Arnar Rakavapudi is in position to make the save. More from the Mustangs with Sinise passing to Chloe Birch, whose turnaround shot rolls into the left side of the net. 2 goals in nearly 4 minutes puts the Mustangs up 2-0, but with still over half an hour left in the game. Abby Penn for North lines up a corner kick and kicks it right where Kennedy Birch can head it in to get the Huskies on the board. Matia the other way with Hernandez on the free kick. However, Oshner cleans up her mess with another save, and it remains a 1-goal game. Penn steps right up for another corner, leading to the previous goal, and this time it's Lucy Fitzgerald with the headshot, and it's a goal. There's a reason why 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in sports, as North ties the game after the header by Lucy Fitzgerald. Now the Huskies want the lead, but Rakavapudi keeps the score deadlocked, and she makes the catch to deny access. Matia with a chance to jump back in front until Oshner dashes out of the net for a big-time save. Neither team can break the tie, so we have 2 10-minute golden goal overtimes. Here is Sinise on for the corner kick. The ball rolls back to Sinise after a couple of passes, so she shoots, but Oshner makes a daring move and jumps on top of the ball after the deflection to shut the door on the possession. Here comes North with Claire DeCook crossing in play, but takes the contact, gets the whistle, and lines up for a penalty shot. Here's DeCook on the attempt, and she scores to win the game for the Huskies. What didn't start in their favor ends in their favor, as Naperville North completes the comeback with a 3-2 overtime win over Matia Valley.
We've got a marquee girls soccer matchup in the DuPage Valley Conference as Naperville North hits the road to face Nikwa Valley. The Huskies are coming off a gritty 3-2 win over Matia and look to spoil another team's conference title hopes. Meanwhile, the Wildcats aim to extend their win streak to 3 games. The winner grabs a share of the DVC crown alongside Naperville Central. Early in the contest, Naperville North's Olivia Oshner steps up with a nice save off the long-distance shot. Moments later, Oshner comes up even bigger, laying out for a spectacular diving save to keep the game at 0-0. Full extension, highlight reel stuff. Still in the first, Husky captain Emily Buescher lines up for a free kick, but just gets under it. It goes over the crossbar and we're still scoreless. On the ensuing corner, Kira McMahon sends it in for North, but Nequa's Chloe Orlow elevates to clear the danger. We head to halftime in a scoreless tie. Second half, North's Alexa Surdick wins possession and plays a ball ahead to Claire to Cook. But Wildcat keeper Elizabeth Freed charges off her line and shuts down the opportunity. As the game comes to a close, Nequa sets up a deep free kick. The ball bounces around and finds the foot of Yale commit Selma Larby, and she buries it. The lone goal of the night gives the Wildcats a dramatic 1-0 win. Nequa Valley earns a share of the DVC title alongside Naperville Central and closes out the regular season against Evanston on May 15th. It's a breezy evening on the pitch as Naperville Central girls soccer looks to clinch a share of the DVC title with a win over Wabanzi. The Warriors come in winless in conference play, while the Redhawks enter with a 17-1-1 record. A victory tonight would not only secure part of the title, but also mark the longest win streak in program history at 12 games. Their lone loss to Nequa Valley, who they share the crown with. About 8 minutes in, Wabanzi tries to clear, but Malia Shen sends a low curling cross into the box. Senior Bella Broza controls it, dribbles, and buries it into the bottom right corner. Central grabs the early 1-0 lead. Later off a corner, Brozick knees it over to Eleanor Kane, but the Warriors keeper stands tall to keep it a 1-goal game. Off a throw-in from Shen, Emma Russell lays it off to Callie Tumulty, and the Ohio State commit makes it look easy. She fires from deep and curls in a beauty, an absolute stunner, and Central goes up 2-0. Still in the first half, Central keeps the pressure on. Paige Connolly and Brozick work down the right wing. Brozick cuts inside and threads it across to Kira Lambin for the tap-in. 3-0 Redhawks. Wabanzi tries to answer. Elena Castaneda goes coast to coast, but her effort is deflected. Sophomore Lauren West fires from distance, but goalie Aaron Hackett handles it cleanly. The Central defense is locked in all night. With 4 minutes left in the first half, Central keeps cooking. Lambin, Tumulty, and Tilton play the midfield triangle, then Tumulty breaks down the right side and delivers a perfect cross. Brozick charges in and buries it for the brace. Central takes a 4-0 lead into halftime. Just 5 minutes into the second half, it's more of the same. Russell, Burke, and Tumulty link up, and Tumulty finishes it off with a smooth left-footed strike. That's 2 goals for her as well. Tumulty gets possession and just watch the footwork and dribbling from the senior attacker. She has all the right moves and sends in a nicely weighted pass to Burke. Burke sends one to the back post to Shen, who sinks the ball into the back of the net. Central leads by 6. With 25 minutes to play, Nicole Sachek finds Emma Russell, who dribbles around a defender and lays it off to freshman Natalie Leish. She puts it away for the goal. Central now leads by 7. Waubonsee avoids the shutout with a late goal from Macy Evans, but it's all Redhawks in a dominant 7-1 victory. Naperville Central wins a share of the DVC title, sets a new program record with 12 straight wins, and finishes the regular season with a school record 80 goals scored. At the DVC Boys Tennis Championship, Waubonsee's Ravanth Kothapalli and Ishan Suresh Kumar come up clutch in the final 2 sets to capture the one doubles title. Let's check out some of their best plays as the Warriors clinch their first team conference crown in over 15 years. After dropping the opening set 6-5 to Nikwa's Ricky Kim and Evan Yang, the Waubonsee duo bounces back in dominant fashion, taking the next 2 sets 6-2, 6-1 to finish the season with a perfect DVC record. Their net play and quick volleys were key down the stretch, helping the Warriors secure the win. And it wasn't just in doubles. Hector Diaz also went undefeated in 1 singles, capping off a stellar year. Even better, nearly the entire lineup returns for 2026.
Let's go!
Let's close out the show after the break with some baseball coverage and a play of the week.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO.
The import tariff is here, but at Fair Oaks Ford, we'll help you beat the tariff with a large selection of American-made in-stock vehicles right now. For a limited time, lock in pre-tariff pricing on select new Ford models and save thousands. From America, for America. And right now, we're offering employee pricing for all. You pay what we pay. Now that's what we call fair. Don't miss your chance to beat the tariff at Fair Oaks Ford in Naperville.
It's senior night for Waubonsee Valley Baseball as the Warriors honor their seniors before taking the field against Naperville Central. The Redhawks come in looking to even the series after losing Game 1 the day prior. 1-0 Waubonsee as we head to the second inning with Ryan Lucas up to bat as he pokes a hit into right field for a single. Warriors load them up, and Connor Barron rips a liner to left field, and here come the base runners. Lucas, Nate Sorelli, and Seth Nielsen are clear to go home, and it's 5-0 Warriors thanks to the RBI double by Barron. Pitcher Nick Lambert takes advantage of the swing by getting a strikeout on Cooper Page. Still 5-0 Dub V, but Troy Cashel starts the 4th inning by reaching first base after the chopper leaves the infield. Ducks on the pond for Central, and Rowan Orlana steps up with a base hit, and turning the corner to score for the Redhawks is Cashel and Grant Umbright. Central gets on the board, trailing 5-2. However, Lambert cools off the Central bats from there with one of 9 strikeouts in the game. Shane Torres helps the Warriors with a fly ball that gets down, and now the green and gold have runners on with Josh Hung on deck. Hung rips a line drive into left, and incoming is a sprinting Hiroshi Wong to make it a 6-2 ball game. The Warriors tally one more run later to lead 7-2 after 5 innings. Central won't go away quietly because Grant Umbright plays the role of delivery service as Michael Page crosses the plate. 2 runs in the 6th inning has the Hawks trailing 7-4. However, this game is all about the Warriors as Sorelli scoops up the grounder and throws to Barron for the final out to end the ball game. Lambert pitches a complete game as Waubonsee Valley picks up the senior night win 7-4 over Naperville Central.
It may be a windy Saturday morning, but that doesn't stop the action on the diamonds at Neuqua Valley. The Wildcats return home after a 3-game series against Naperville North, while Bennett Academy enters the matchup following a 2-game set against Joliet Catholic. Bennett jumps ahead by 1 early, but in the bottom of the first, Nikwa's Kiet Truong rips a double to left field. That brings home Mike Langen to tie things up at 1. With Tristan Lakis on the mound and Sam Widlow at the plate, Truong takes off for third. The pitch gets away and Truong swipes the base. An errant throw allows him to score, giving Nikwa a 2-1 lead. But Lakis settles in and ends the inning with a strikeout. In the bottom of the second, Jake Kuhl tries to steal second, but he's gunned down by Bennett catcher Tom Tamala and shortstop Ethan Mendez to end the threat. Top of the third now, Bennett's Nate Siraki lifts a pop fly to third, where Langen makes the catch for the out. Into the fourth, Ethan Mendez lines a double to center, bringing home Nico Schaefer to tie the game at 2. Next up is Ben Clevinger, and he delivers with a grounder that skips past the shortstop into the outfield. Mendez and Johnny Rossi both score, putting the Red Wings up 4-2 with a pair of RBIs. Lakis stays strong on the mound, striking out Sam Widlow for his second K of the game. Later in the inning, Jake Kuhl grounds out to first to end the fourth. Bennett adds 1 more in the fifth. Josh Gagora lines a shot to left field, scoring Matt Sullivan and extending the lead to 5-2. Nikwa tries to respond. Andy Barkley steps to the plate, but teammate Owen Shannon is picked off at first by Ethan Mendez. Barkley then hits a liner that drops in center field, keeping the inning alive. However, Langen grounds out to short to end the frame. In the seventh, Bennett's Luke Statuick smacks a double to center, where he'd be left stranded. Shannon tries to keep Nikwa's hopes alive, but his grounder to third is fielded cleanly and thrown to first for the final out. Bennett Academy takes the 5-2 win on the road behind solid hitting and timely defense. It's a partly cloudy afternoon at Waubonsie Valley High School, where the Warriors host Bennett Academy. The Red Wings are coming off a win over Marian Catholic, while Waubonsie looks to snap a 5-game losing streak. Bennett starts off strong in the top of the first. Sophia Rosner smacks a hard grounder to left for a double, bringing home Lainey Rosner to put the Red Wings on the board early 1-0. In the bottom half now, Waubonsie answers. Aisley Morgan lines a single to left, scoring Desiree Kelly to tie the game at 1. The Warriors keep it rolling. Alyssa Tucker skies a pop fly to right field, bringing home Grace Riggs and Morgan for a 2-run double. Waubonsie takes a 3-1 lead. Mila Haskins is at the plate as Bennett pitcher Bella Ivanelli delivers a pitch. Alyssa Tucker is thrown out at second, but Lily Elsey sprints home to make it 4-1 Waubonsie. With a full count, Ivanelli responds by striking out Haskins to end the inning. Top of the third, Lainey Rosner rips a line drive to right and hustles into third for a triple. Angela Horsch comes in to score, cutting the deficit to 2. Next up is Sophie Rosner, who hits a grounder to short. The fielder can't handle it, and Lainey crosses the plate as Bennett is now down just 1. Next up is Maisie Carr. She ropes a double to left, scoring Gabby Patterson and Esther Rossi. That gives Bennett a 2-run swing and their first lead of the game. And the Red Wings aren't done just yet. Bella Ivanelli sends a pop fly to third, allowing Carr to tag up and score. A huge third inning gives Bennett a 6-4 advantage. In the bottom of the frame, Aisley Morgan responds with a deep fly to left for a double. Now with 2 outs, Lily Elsey steps in, and a wild pitch allows Morgan to come home and cut the deficit to 6-5. But Elsey swings and misses for the strikeout to end the inning. Now in the fourth, Gabby Patterson takes the mound and gets Mila Haskins to pop one to left, where Hannah Baer makes the grab. With 2 outs, Addison Powell pops into foul territory, and Angela Horsch slides in to make the catch. Into the bottom of the 6th, and Wabanzi's still down by 1. Alyssa Tucker starts the charge with a powerful triple into left center. Haskins follows with a fly to right, where Sophie Rosner makes the catch. But Tucker tags and scores, tying the game at 6. After no one else can score in the 7th, let's head to extra innings. Into the bottom of the 8th, Lily Elsey sends one into foul territory, but Hannah Baer crashes into the fence but still makes the catch. What a play from Baer. Gabby Patterson stays sharp on the mound, striking out Haskins to send us to the 9th. Bottom 9, Grace Riggs pops one to right, and Sophie Rosner runs it down. Then with 2 outs, Aisley Morgan lifts one to right as Rosner again makes the grab to end the inning. We're still tied at 6. Now in the top of the 10th, Bennett's Mary-Kate Ritterbusch hits a grounder to first and reaches on an error. Maisie Carr scores on the play, giving Bennett a 7-6 lead. Next up, Hannah Baer with 2 strikes, and she delivers. A pop to center brings home Ritterbusch and Bella Ivanelli. Bennett stretches the lead to 9-6. They keep piling on. Lainey Rosner hits a laser to center, scoring Horsch and Baer. She takes third, and it's now 11-6 Red Wings. Sophie Rosner caps off the inning with a pop fly to right, scoring Lainey for a 12-6 advantage. Into the bottom of the 10th, Patterson returns to the circle and strikes out Molly Quinn with a pitch right down the middle. Mila Haskins adds a late spark with a triple to right, scoring Elsie for Wabanzi, cutting the deficit to 12-7. But that's where it ends. After 3 extra innings, Bennett Academy pulls away and defeats Wabanzi 12-7 in an exciting back-and-forth battle. Naperville North girls soccer finds itself down 2-0 against Mattia Valley until senior captain Abby Penn takes over from the corner flag. With 30 minutes to play, Penn delivers a picture-perfect ball to the back post. Kennedy Birch rises and smashes home a header into the bottom right corner. The Huskies are back within 1. Moments later, Penn steps up again, and it's another gem. This time she picks out Lucy Fitzgerald inside the 6-yard box, and the senior buries the equalizer. It's all tied at 2. Claire DeCook then seals the comeback with a clutch penalty late in the match. Naperville North stuns Mattia with 3 unanswered goals in the final half hour to grab the win. That wraps up a jam-packed episode of Naperville Sports Weekly. Be sure to join us again next week as the stakes keep rising with summer and the postseason heating up. You can find all our highlights, feature stories, and community sports on nctv17.org. You can also find us across all social media platforms at NCTV17. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Joe Kennedy, and we'll see you again next week.